How do you know if your glutes aren't firing? So first of all, it will very much be visible, evident in your form. When you do a lunge, you should be able to keep your lower leg directly straight up and down over your ankle, maybe a tiny bit forward, but ideally we want it straight up and down, and we want your knee at a 90-degree angle. And likewise, we want your torso and your thigh, that hip, to be at a 90-degree angle. If your glute can't support you, and this is in a lunge specifically, you will not be able to keep that 90 degrees, and your body's going to go forward, your knee's going to go forward of your ankle, sometimes forward of your toes, and you're going to feel a lot of work in the quads, and you're not going to feel much in the glute. With squats, it's a little bit trickier because you do have to put forward a little bit. Like, you can't be straight up and down like this. You can't have the straight up and down lower leg in a squat because you will fall backwards on the floor. So you do have to let your knee go forward, but what this usually looks like if your glutes aren't kicking in is your knee will go way far forward, like you might even have your heels coming up off the floor, and you think, oh, it's because my ankles don't have enough flexibility or my calves are too tight, but it's actually because your weight is too far forward. Because if your glutes aren't kicking in, your body knows that it can't rely on the glutes to kind of hold its side of it, so then it shifts all the way forward. So then all the weight is coming through the quad, the IT band, the hamstring, mostly quad and IT band, to weight the body instead of being distributed between the two. So if you're really far forward on your squat, that's a sign your glutes aren't kicking in. If you're bending a lot in your upper body, that's also a sign the glutes aren't kicking in. What we will see, again, is people are bending to a certain point, and then they are actually not bending their knees anymore. It's their upper body is going down, and their hips aren't dropping, because again, they don't have that stability. So that's how you can notice in your form if your squats and lunges aren't having the right distribution of work through your muscles. The other thing that's a dead giveaway is that your glutes don't feel sore when everything else does. If you're doing squats and lunges and your quads are sore and your IT band is sore and your hamstrings are sore, maybe your lower back sore, which is a conversation for another video, but you feel nothing in your glutes, it's not because your glutes are like magically stronger than every other muscle in your body. It's because they're not working during that exercise.